But because you are a specialist in labor law, employment law, what is unfair discrimination?
So really, unfair discrimination is about unequal treatment,
Okay.
disparity, unequal treatment, unequal opportunities. Where it comes from is trying to redress the injustices of apartheid. We've got our employment equity legislation, which really turns the focus onto persons from the designated group and categorically referred to as the black people. Now that would be me and you, black by our skin color. It's Indians as well as coloreds. And it also adds women across the race because women have historically only been meant for the kitchen. You find your place in the kitchen. So it's trying to expose us to opportunities, expose us to distribution of wealth, expose us to participation in leadership in academics. That's really what it's about. And where that balance is compromised, then comes in discrimination. Discrimination is not always unfair. That's very important.
Okay.
I mean, I always use something so simple. Yes, the dynamics are changing, but we've got restrooms for males and females. When you look at that on the surface, it's discriminatory in nature.
Yes.
But when you look at the justification, preservation of dignity, I, for one, wouldn't feel comfortable walking into a unisex bathroom. I want my space. I'm a woman. The things that I need to go and so there are many considerations, but obviously there is conduct that is really unacceptable and cannot be justifiable. And that becomes unfair discrimination, which is dealt with in the Employment Equity Act. Now, unfair discrimination is not just differentiating between me and you because of my gender, my sex, my color, my education, my origin. It's wide enough. It includes the phrase on any arbitrary ground. So even if it's not listed there, if it's arbitrary,
really?
yes, if it's arbitrary, it does amount to unfair discrimination. Interestingly, we saw an amendment that then introduced sexual harassment as a form of discrimination based on gender. So it's quite a wide, I always say, we need that kind of legislation that is all encompassing because some things are so intangible and you fail to articulate them, but it's wide enough. It covers that, and it also sets out what remedies are available to you if you believe that you've been unfairly discriminated against. Importantly as well, do not just claim that you're being unfairly discriminated against. And this really goes to, we've seen a lot of my boss is racist.
Yeah, yeah.
Before you make that statement, because it is derogatory, and to accuse somebody, I mean, we have a sensitive history as society, and to just say somebody is racist. Trust me, you need to have interrogated it. You need to be sure of what you're saying, and you need to have tangible proof of what you mean to support your statements.